we are going to start with Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. IBBI. What is this? IBBI. What's wrong with this? Yeah. Okay. So children, before even understanding what is this Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India, I want you all to know. See, basically they're telling IBBI is a regulator for overseeing insolvency proceedings, and it was established, yes, it has its powers given in the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. Now, without even understanding what is this Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, also known as IBC, how will you be even able to understand what is Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India? Getting my point? So at least you have to have a basic understanding of this Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code even before jumping into this IBBI. So that's the reason I'll just give you a basic to basic. I'm not going too much deep, because IBC in itself is a very big code. It's a very big code, and there are too many things involved in that particular act. But what I will try to do is I'll just give you a just a basic understanding of what that code is and why it came into force. And after that, we will be able to relate the same to the topic given here, and we will try to learn. Okay, getting my point? Okay. Fine. So now we are talking about Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. Oh, what's wrong with this? Insolvency and Code. Yes. So basically, children, why was this code why did this code even come into existence? What was the problem behind this particular law? Okay, so this was basically to resolve the problem of NPAs. NPA, ma'am, what is this NPA? NPA meaning non-performing asset. Non-performing asset. I know you do not understand anything, but I'll try to explain. See, basically this came into force to resolve the problem of NPAs for banks. Okay, what is this NPA? Say, for example, I have taken a loan from a particular bank. I have taken a loan from a particular bank and I do not repay it. I do not repay it because I do not have sufficient funds. Yes, I do not have sufficient funds and I do not repay the loan taken from the bank. What happens is, in the bank's books, in the books of the bank, I will be treated as a non-performing asset. Yes, if the bank has given me loan, obviously it is an asset. The loan, whatever the loan it has given it to me, that is an asset in the books of the bank. So when I do not repay the loan, obviously it becomes non-performing asset. Clear? Very simple. And there are certain criteria for which that has to be satisfied for you being classified as a standard asset, substandard asset, or non-performing asset. That is not there for you, so you don't have to worry. But the main what I'm trying to tell you is, now when I fail to pay, when I fail to honor that particular payment or whatever that particular loan, I will be classified as a non-performing asset in the books of the bank. See children, when a bank has a certain percentage, there is a certain percentage up to which the banks can tolerate NPAs. Say for example, all of the assets, all of the loans and advances, whichever the bank gives, if it becomes non-performing, just imagine the state of the bank. Just imagine the state of the bank. It cannot run. It cannot make profits. So when a bank has a lot of non-performing assets in its balance sheet, it is not good for the bank. It is not good for the country as well, because the banks depict the financial health of the country as well. Getting my point? So when there are more number of NPAs in the banks, it means that the financial health of the bank is not good. Also, the financial health of the country is also not good, because it is being reflected by the banking sectors in the country. Now, in order to resolve this problem, see what happens is when an asset is classified as an NPA, the bank tries to go and recover, or it tries to recover, it tries to recover the amount from the particular person, or say for example a company. Say for example, the bank goes and tries to recover that particular loan. But see children, it takes a lot of time in resolving these say if the company has to the company has to be liquidated and all of these, it takes a lot of time. It used to take a lot of time, and the banks would not be able to recover back their money. So this was the main intention, and in order to resolve this particular problem of NPAs with the banks, the government came up with this code called Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. So how does this work? How does this work? I'll just explain you, just not in detail. It's just basic understanding I'll try to give you. I'll not explain everything in detail. Don't worry. Okay. Make sure, even if you don't understand, it's okay. See, but please make it a point to understand, because I'm making it very simple. Okay. See, say for example, okay. Say for example, a company ABC Limited. ABC Limited takes loan from say XYZ Bank. XYZ Bank, what does it do? It takes loan. Yes, takes loan, but fails to repay. Fails to repay. Yes. Now, in the books of this XYZ Bank, in the books of XYZ Bank, ABC Limited is classified as a non-performing asset. Children, I think till here I'm clear. Okay. Now, with a clear mind, please try to understand. Okay. Okay, why is this not moving? Oh. Just give me a moment. Okay. Yeah. So now, ABC is classified as a non-performing performing asset in the books of the bank. Now, what happens is, this XYZ Bank, if there was no IBC, it would have taken a very long period, and it was not easier for the banks to recover the amount. But now, because IBC is introduced, this bank will approach NCLT. This bank will approach NCLT. Ma'am, what is this NCLT? The NCLT is nothing but an adjudicating authority. It is nothing but an adjudicating authority. Ma'am, what is adjudicating authority? It is nothing but a court. NCLT is nothing but a court for okay, fine. What is NCLT? NCLT is nothing but National Company Law Tribunal. National Company Law Tribunal. Courts for companies. Courts for corporate entities. Getting it? NCLT is an adjudicating authority for the corporate entities. Now, what happened? XYZ Bank approached NCLT. Yes. Okay. It approached NCLT. Now, what does this NCLT do? NCLT on application by the XYZ bank, what does it do is will appoint, it will appoint what? An insolvency professional. It will consider the application and it will take forward the case. It will take forward the case and it will appoint an insolvency professional. Ma'am, who are these insolvency professionals? See children, these insolvency professionals are very highly talented people who step in in the management of the ABC Limited, of the whichever the NPA company. One second, I don't know, there's some problem with this stylus. Okay, yeah. These insolvency professionals, what they do is they will step in the management. They will step into the shoes of the management of the ABC Limited, and whoever are the managers or managing directors of the company, they will step down from their positions, and these insolvency professionals will take charge of the company. They will take charge of the company. Ma'am, who are these insolvency professionals? Ma'am, you're telling such great things about these insolvency professionals. Who can become insolvency professionals? See, children, you as chartered accountants, once you practice for 10 years, a minimum practice of 10 years, after 10 years of your clearing your CA examinations, you can write an exam and you can become an insolvency professional. Getting it? Right, this is just for your information. Okay, now what does these IPs do? IP meaning insolvency professionals. What do they do is that they try to revive the business of the company. They take charge of the business and they try to revive back the company. Yes, they are very knowledgeable people. They try to make certain resolution plans. Everything is in detail. It is a complete process wherein committee of creditors, resolution plan. There are investors who come in. All of this is there. There is a complete process called CIRP process. I'm not going in detail. I'm just trying to give you the basic bird's eye view of this. And so these insolvency professionals, what they do is they try to revive back the business if possible. Yes, if possible, they try to revive back the business. If not possible, they will what? They will try to liquidate the company. They will liquidate the company, and they always look to maximize the assets. They always look to maximize the value of the assets and to repay back the liabilities. Yes. Now, if they are not able to revive the company, now the liquidation process starts, and they will sell all the assets and pay off all the liabilities, and the liabilities of this particular bank will also be paid off along with other creditors. Getting it? So in between, during all of this, NCLT plays a major role. Okay, NCLT approves and monitors the process of the entire CIRP process, and also it is also during the liquidation process also NCLT plays a major role. Now, after all of this, okay, all of this happens in a very strict and time-bound manner. This is one of the this is one of the feature of IBC, wherein all of this, whatever takes place, it takes place within a specified time, and it closes in a specified time. That is the benefit of the Indian Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. Now, at least you have got a basic understanding of what it is. Now, let's go back to your text. See, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code. One second. Now, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. Now, let's see. It is a regulator for overseeing insolvency proceedings. See, insolvency proceedings. Okay, it is a regulator for what? For overseeing the insolvency proceedings. You know what is insolvency being? You have become bankrupt. Yes, there is your assets are lower than your liabilities, and the court has decided that you are insolvent, that you are a bankrupt. And now the entities like insolvency professional agencies, insolvency professionals, and information utilities in India, it is the regulator for all of these. The IBBI is the regulator for insolvency professional agencies, insolvency professionals, and information utilities in India. Now, what is this insolvency professional agencies, insolvency professionals? Insolvency professionals, do you know? What is this insolvency professional agencies? See children, these insolvency professional agencies, they basically regulate or monitor IPs. IP meaning insolvency professionals. These appoint insolvency professionals. Also, they regulate these insolvency professionals. Okay, getting my point? Next, information utilities. What is this information utility? Is that it collects and stores the data of all the debts and defaults. It is basically a utility wherein all the data of the debts and defaults are being stored, and it whenever required, the data is being given to the creditors or the insolvency professionals or the required team. Getting it? Simple. Now it is simple. Yes, ma'am. Now, when was this established, children? This was established on 1st October 2016 and given statutory powers through Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, which was passed in the Lok Sabha on 5th May 2016. Okay. It covers individuals, it covers companies, it covers limited liability, it covers partnerships, and also the partnership firms. Partnership firms, everything the same. Okay, the new code will speed up, very important. What will it do? It will speed up the resolution process for the stressed assets in the country. Stressed assets of the country, meaning NPAs, meaning non-performing assets. Yes or no? So it will speed up the resolution process for these stressed assets in the country. Next, it attempts to simplify the process of insolvency and bankruptcy proceedings. Next, it handles the cases of two tribunals like NCLT and Debt Recovery Tribunal. You know about NCLT, National Company Law Tribunal. All the cases with respect to the corporate entities come to NCLT. No court. Court is only NCLT for all of these. And now, Debt Recovery Tribunal is for non-corporate entities like, say, for example, individuals, etc. Getting my point? Yes. So it handles the cases. See, IBBI, this IBBI handles the cases with the help of NCLT and Debt Recovery Tribunal. Basically, IBBI is the regulatory body, and this NCLT and Debt Recovery Tribunal are the adjudicating bodies. Clear? Everyone, see again, we'll read it again. Insolvency and Bankruptcy Board of India. It is a regulator for overseeing the insolvency proceedings and also the entities like the insolvency professional agencies, IPs and IUs. That is the information utilities in India. It was established on 1st October 2016 and it gets its powers from the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code, and it covers all individuals, companies, limited liability partnerships and individuals. Okay, it is the new code will speed up the resolution process for all the stressed assets of the country. It also attempts to simplify the process of insolvency and bankruptcy proceedings. It handles the cases using NCLT and DRT. Done.